Verse number 1, you sing it to Yankee Doodle Dandy. Patriots have come to town to save the Constitution, take away our liberty and bring a revolution. Tyrant Congress, leave us be, patriots defenders. We declare our liberty and never will surrender. Second verse.
Do you want to handle second verse? No.
Taxpayers have come to town to seek representation. We the people need relief from overdose taxation. Foolish men will rush it in, congressmen all greedy. At the job line, these will be the ones that we make needy.
That's very good. That's very good. Thank you.
Tell me what kind of party. Tell me what kind of party. We gotta do what's right before all of our freedom. Stand and fight before all of our freedom. Do what's right before all of our freedom's gone.
What are your concerns with the current administration?
Socialist agenda, tyranny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things they're doing that are make you think that they're moving towards a tyrannical or socialist government?
Well, the health care, mandatory health care,
Yeah.
is one thing. I don't know.
Our government's come to the point where they're telling you, you have to do that or we're going to put you in jail. No, that's wrong.
Do you think that's a concern?
That's more than a concern.
Yeah.
That's wrong. It's not in here.
Anybody over 65 is expendable, and that they shouldn't expect to be treated. It should go to the younger people who can make more money for the government.
My outfit is a ball and chain to represent that we are limited in our freedoms today.
They're trying to get control of the country so that they can run every business and run every person in this country and tell them what they can do and when they can do it, and tax us to death. We've all worked hard for our money. We're senior citizens, and now they're telling us we can't even get medical care because they're going to give us a pill.
I believe going to be the end of the life as we know it in America.
Oh, which issues do you believe are going to be the end of life we know in America?
Well, the socialist angle. I mean, the progressives have perverted.
But I mean, which issues specifically?
The tyranny of the government.
Do you know that President Obama is considering banning fishing in America? Fishing.
Maybe I have lost my mind or have been drugged by some narcotic. Maybe I'm in a movie called 1984, or I'm just idiotic. There's a communist living in the White House. Everybody, there's a communist living in the White House. Everybody, there's a communist living in the White House. What are we gonna do about it? With God's help.
Well, what do you think the message of the Tea Party movement is that you hope they get out?
Freedom, more freedom, liberty.
Those are bumper stickers. What specifically?
Talking points, absolutely.
Yeah. Fox News talking points.
Specifically, you lost me for a second. But specifically,
what specific issues do you consider to be what's going to destroy life in America?
Well, I believe unfair taxation is one of them. The redistribution of wealth is another one.
And you think that's been happening under Obama's administration?
Absolutely, man. Full force.
Did you know that he's lowered taxes for 95% of working Americans?
That was when he first got into office, and you're talking a matter of $15 a week for someone, and beyond that, all the other onerous taxes getting shoved under the rug that we're not seeing.
They've actually lowered taxes for 95% of working Americans?
I would say that would be false. That would be false. I mean, now they're talking about a VAT tax.
You just don't believe it?
No.
There were $300 billion in tax credits given out to middle-class families by the Obama administration in this Congress with the Making Work Pay credit, $400 for an individual, $800 for a couple. Where's who at?
Where's those middle-class families at? I don't see those middle-class families. I'm a middle-class family. I didn't receive a tax credit or a tax cut. I have to go to work every day hard to work to get the money to pay my light bill, to pay my water bill, to pay my house payment.
If you didn't fill out for that tax cut in your IRS paperwork, they will go ahead and adjust it and send that back to you.
I think you're misinformed.
Hogwash.
You just don't believe that?
No, that's absolutely
Is a
not.
tax credit a tax cut?
I'm sorry? you were saying it was a tax credit, right?
Yes.
That's different than a tax cut.
No.
No what?
Anybody that believes that is not really paying attention. And ultimately, we should all be paying up our own fair share of the taxes because we all live in this country.
When you hose the rich, you hurt America. Because I've never worked for a poor person. The gentleman I work for now is a wealthy individual, and he wasn't always wealthy, but he built his business up and is now a millionaire. God bless America.
If we have people making billions upon billions of dollars, you think they should pay more, though, right? You certainly.
No, I don't. They have the right to earn that money. Nobody has the right to take it away from them.
So you don't think that billionaires should pay more taxes than you?
No, I don't. I think it should be a flat rate.
Do you struggle financially at all ever, or do you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I struggle to make my house payment every month.
What sort of policies do you want to see changed?
Well, to abolish the federal income tax, to repeal the health care bill, and end the Fed, stop spending, get rid of some agencies that we don't need.
Getting rid of the Department of Education, getting rid of the Department, the EPA, getting rid of the IRS.
Social Security?
Absolutely. Get rid of it.
Department of Education?
Yep.
EPA?
Yep.
I can go all the way through.
You can go all the way through.
Sure.
Get rid of all of it.
And so tell us about your broom here.
Oh, well, I just think we ought to sweep them away, sweep them right out of Congress. I just like to see them spend the money on things that are not wasteful.
What would you like to see them spend money on?
Well, we need some, we do need help for some of the underprivileged people. I'm not against that. But just, just things that help the country, the infrastructure, education. Don't cut teacher salaries,
Now we are met on a great battlefield of a new civil war. And the greatest part of that battlefield is the global warming battle. Now I know that in American speak you have a word for global warming. Can someone tell me what it is? All together, global warming is? Bullshit! Global warming is? Bullshit! That's better. I think you heard that one.
And are there other legislative topics that are going to be coming up that you're concerned about with regulation reform, immigration reform, or cap and trade?
Absolutely. Immigration reform is huge, and overwhelming majority of the people in this country want our borders secured.
My attitude is I don't care who you are, what country you come from, come here legally.
Yeah. What should happen with the people who are here already?
Come here legally.
The borders should be closed. The illegals, it's fine for people to come here, but they should come here legally.
And what do you think should happen to those who are already here?
To what?
The people who are already here.
The people already here, they should go home.
If you kick them all out, who's going to pick the fruit? Who's going to wash the dishes in the restaurants?
If you want to give them a work card, fine. Let them work, go back home, back and forth, right? But know who's here, know their health records, and know whether they're a terrorist, a gang member, or a national health care risk with communicable diseases that can start a new breed of cholera or measles, mumps, everything that we spend billions in this country over the years to eradicate.
And how about the people who are already here?
The people that are already here, there's about 10, 12 million people. I don't know. To me, personally, the first option would be to get them out of the country. The second option, since you cannot, maybe send you stay here, but you'll never become an American citizen. And for the newcomers, you tell them, you leave, and if you don't, we're going to look for you. When we find out, we're going to identify you, and you'll never, never, ever be allowed to come to this country, legally or illegally. And if we find you here illegally, we're going to take good care of you, in which you'll be sorry that you did come.
And there would not be nearly 50,000 people here today were it not for the freedom-loving, fair, balanced, unafraid journalists of the Freedom Channel, Fox News. Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly,
Glenn Beck's very educational. You can learn a lot from him. He will actually explain things to you. And he's not making things up. It's factual information.
They're all fair with they have people from all parties in there, and they give both sides. And if you listen to them, then you can make up your own mind and hopefully make an intelligent decision.
Well, I think Glenn Beck is great for the dissemination of information and to dispel with misinformation.
We don't watch CNN. They're a bunch of lying pigs, to put it nicely. And all I got to say is screw you.
CNN, I would call a communist news network. MSNBC is just way far out. They're Fabian socialists. And
no, but you don't think that, I mean, Fox News is someone who has on their network people right out of the Republican Party with Mike Huckabee, Karl Rove, Sarah Palin. You actually have people in the party who are sometimes running for office on the network. You don't view that as actually a more obviously biased media?
No, not at all, because that's their platform. That is the only platform that they have to express their views in this country.
The top 10 rated news shows are all on Fox News. But you speak
because
as
of
if
the hunger for that information.
But you speak as if you've been victimized by liberal media.
Absolutely. I've been brainwashed my whole life.
Why does the liberal media try to curse us and label us birthers and astroturfers? Call us un-American and label us racist? Well, sorry guys, there's a little glitch in your matrix.